Hello everyone and welcome back to Theme Park Tycoon 2, where we are going to be continuing building in our steampunk city. Now, there's a lot I want to do today, so I'm just going to get straight into it and start building. First of all, this section desperately needs a facade, so let's go and put that on. Just added this little bit of pavement. And where the coaster goes along, I've put in this rock-colored section. Now, I'm going to copy a section of the fence that we made a couple episodes ago, and we're going to place it along the edge of the pavement like this. And then again on the other side. And now I want to continue this dark rock underneath this turn of the roller coaster. Now, hopefully this is at the right angle to go around the coaster track. And I also want to continue these into the hangar we made last episode. I just need to fill in the pavement. Now, I've just got to fill in this section of the fence. I also changed the color of this building because I thought it needed a bit of a refresh from the original blue wood that we had. Speaking of blue, I know we had this blue accent color running throughout the build, but I have fallen out of love with it. I feel like what we've been creating doesn't really go with the blue accent color, so I am going to go around and recolor all of these to something that fits a little bit better. So while the blue accent did look really nice, I feel the black and orange color scheme is a lot more on point with what I am going for. I feel like these two structures now look so much better and fit in with the entire area so much more. Having got that out of the way, let's finally start with building another facade right here. So let's add in a nice wall, and I want these roofs to be one of those strange, like curvy over the top ones. And now I'm just going to rotate this so we get this sort of nice curve-like roof. Then I'm just going to add some sides onto this. So now I've got the roof in place, we can start working on some of the detail. I want to start by adding some sort of large tank down at the bottom here. Let's add some details along the edges. Now, what if we add doors like little hatches along the front here? And we can add on these little hinges as well. We should definitely add some bolts for some extra detail. Maybe some larger hatches here as well. Now, I'm going to bring a chute out the top of this tank and then sort of have it travel diagonally upwards like this. Now, I just need to put a side on it. And now I want to add some like crazy pipe work to this sort of machine contraption that we've built. Maybe I could take a pipe out the top here. I'll definitely bring it down into the ground. Maybe link it up with this one as well. And of course, now I've added all these pipes, I've got to go and put on these sort of circular attachments. And I think that is the extensive pipe network done. And now we can add a couple of larger chimneys coming out of the top of this roof. I'm also going to give them this sort of base to sit in. And I've just also added this detail on the top of this this chimney. And I think this looks really, really nice. I'm just going to add this to these other chimneys. And then I hope we'll be done for this little building over here. The chimneys are in, and I think we can move on for today. So, now we can get around to doing what I actually wanted to do, and that is decorating the inside of this station. Amazing. So now we've got a train in the station, I can start lining up the air gates to each one of these seats. I think this might be the perfect width for one queue line. And now I've made one set of air gates, all I have to do is copy this a bunch of times for each carriage of the roller coaster. Now I just need to close off the gaps that people are not supposed to walk in. And if my calculations are correct, that should give us 10 rows of air gate queues. Now at each set of 2, I'm definitely going to have this pipe detail going from the floor to the ceiling. Now I could honestly spend hours and hours decorating the inside of the station and making it really, really nice. But I feel like the simpler, the better. Just maybe for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little lamp design. In actual fact, I'm going to copy the one off this building. I've obviously made a couple of changes here, but I think this looks quite nice. Now I'm going to copy this round a couple times. And I've set a couple of these to blink, and I feel like this really, really adds a really nice atmosphere in here. Okay, so I've also added these really cool lights that like sit within the poles. And what I'm going to do is once the train goes, I'm going to add like a sequence to these. And I think that'll just add a really nice layer of interactivity. Now, I feel like we can just extend this queue line a little bit out this way. So first, let's just bring the floor all the way along. And now at this point, I want to do something different with the queue line. So let's start with a low brick wall. And this definitely needs to be a more brown brick color. And this side also needs to be more orange. And what I'm actually going to do, similar to the roof up here, I'm going to take one of these and I'm just going to rotate it around this central point. And now we've got this very, very cool tunnel for a queue line. I'm also going to add some lights along this corridor. And finally, I'm going to add some extra accents along the curve as well. And now this corridor is looking really, really nice. So that is all I have time for today. We have done quite a lot. I've got this area looking really nice and polished now. So we are starting to fill in this side of the area now. And once we've done that, we've just got this bit and we're almost done. Well, we're not almost done. I'm probably about halfway. So I do need to step up my game a little bit more because this has taken us quite a while. And obviously we did the station and started the queue line. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.